Yes, so hello guys, welcome back to another edition of Sports Update Ghana. And coming up in this edition, the Black Stars of Ghana held their first training session ahead of the 2023 African Cup of Nations tournament, which kickstarts on January 13. Some 24 players of the Black Stars participated in this training session. Well, 3 players out of the 27-man team named by Coach Chris Hughton did not participate in this particular training session. So we're going to look at the players who participated and the 3 players who didn't participate, as well as how the training session went down. Also, we'll take a trip to Portugal in Lisbon, where Ghana's group opponents, Cape Verde, also held their training session in Portugal. They are expected to come up against a North African side in a friendly match as they prepare for the 2023 AFCON. More on this coming up very shortly. Before we get into all this and more, please subscribe to the channel, like, share, and don't forget to leave a comment. So let's get right into it. And Ghana's senior national team, the Black Stars, opened their campaign in Kumasi with a first training session that was held on Tuesday, November 2nd, 2024. The Black Stars opened campaign on January 1st and they were in Accra at the Alisa Hotel, but they moved straight to Kumasi, and that is where they held their first training session. Yesterday, the training session was held at the Dr. Che Sports Complex, where the team participated in their first training session. Coach Chris Hughton had 24 out of his 27-man squad participating in the training session. The training was supervised by Coach Chris Hughton and his technical team led by the likes of Masudi Dramani, George Boateng, as well as goalkeepers trainer Richard Olele Kingston. 2 goalkeepers participated in the training session, whilst the rest of the midfielders and defenders were all part of the training session, except for one striker who was missing out of action. So who are these 3 players who didn't participate in the training session on Tuesday, which happens to be the first day of training session for the Black Stars? Well, these 3 players did not participate in the training session. That is Richard Ofori, the Ghanaian goalkeeper who plies his trade in South Africa. He is yet to report to camp, so he didn't train with the team on Tuesday. The second player who also didn't participate in the training session is Mohamed Kudus, the West Ham player. He is yet to report to camp, and according to reports, he is having issues with a slight injury and is expected to recover in time and join his teammate in camp latest by Wednesday. Also, Inaki Williams, we are told, has also gotten a little bit of fatigue. It's not really an injury, but he's just tired and needs some rest before joining the team. So Inaki Williams also didn't participate in the training session. So these are the 3 players who didn't participate in the Black Stars training session on Tuesday. Well, they are expected to join the team in camp so that Coach Chris Hughton and his team can have a full house for their training session. But who are the 24 players that participated in the training session? Let me run by you the players that took part of the Black Stars' first day of training for the 2023 AFCON as part of preparation. So for goalkeepers, we had the likes of Lawrence Atizigi and Jojo Wolacott, who were part of the goalkeepers training session, who trained with Olele Kingston. For the defenders, we had Ali Luseidu, Dennis Odwe, Kingsley Schindler, Gideon Mensah, Abdul Fattah Hamid, Nicholas Opoku, and Daniel Amate, who participated in the training session. The likes of Mohamed Salisu, who is returning from injury, as well as Alexander Juku, were all part of the training session. For midfielders, we had the likes of Baba Idrisu, Elisha Owusu, Abdul Saleh Samet, Santi Kotokos, Richmond Lamte also participated in the training session, same as his former teammates, that is Majid Ashimeru. He also participated in the training session. Captain Andre Ayew was also part of the training session, as well as Ransford Yeboah, Connex Dofa, Osman Bukari, Joseph Pinto, Ernest Nyama, Antoine Semenyo, and Jonathan Sowa. These players participated in the training session held on Tuesday. Well, another player who I just realized did not participate in the training session is Jordan Ayew. Yes, Jordan Ayew is also expected to join the Black Stars in camp so that he can take part of the day 2 training session on Wednesday, which is today. So these are the 24 players that participated in the Black Stars training session as the open campaign in Kumasi. I know it's kind of wonder why the Black Stars did not train at the Kumasi Babayara Sports Stadium and why they chose the Dr. Che complex rather to train at. I think that it has to do with the turf and how ready the Dr. Che stadium is. That is why I think the Black Stars technical handlers chose to train at the Dr. Che sports complex, because the Barra Sports Stadium, if you've been watching the Ghana Premier League, you realize that it's not in the right shape. So training at the Dr. Che Sports Complex, I think, is the right deal, and the Black Stars technical team decided to choose that for their training session. Well, the training session is not open to the public and the media. That is how come I don't have videos, and if you take the GFA videos, you know there will be a copyright claim and copyright strike. So that is why I'm sharing the pictures of the training session with you guys. Well, away from the Black Stars first day of training session, let's focus on our opponent. Now Ghana is in Group B for the 2023 AFCON. We are in the same group with Egypt, Cape Verde and Mozambique. Now let's focus on our opponent, that is Cape Verde. Well, for Cape Verde, they are not camping in Africa, rather they are camping in Europe, Portugal and Lisbon to be precise. Yes, Cape Verde have had 2 training sessions so far. I think they started their training session on January 1st, that is the Monday, and yesterday they held their second training session. The pictures of their training session is what you can see on your screens, and Cape Verde are preparing very tediously, and they are putting in hard work to ensure that they are well prepared for the 2023 AFCON. They don't just want to become participators, but they want to stand and shock Ghana's group opponent like Egypt and Mozambique. They can't shock the Black Stars at all. But one interesting fact about the Cape Verdeans is that they are training assiduously, and as part of their preparations for the 2023 AFCON, well, they will return to Africa and they will come and play Tunisia in a friendly match. Why are they going to play Tunisia? Because they'll be taking on Egypt, who are North Africans, in the group stages of the AFCON. So to get a fair idea of how it feels to play against a North African side, they've decided to play Tunisia, and so that they can get a fair idea of how Egypt will play against them. So they'll be taking on Tunisia on 10th January 2024. That is after Ghana had taken on Namibia in a friendly match on 8th January. 2 days later, Cape Verde will take on Tunisia in a friendly match before the tournament kicks off on January 13th, 2024. So this is by way of little update that I have on the Black Stars and their preparations for the 2023 AFCON, as well as Cape Verde, Ghana's opponent, and their preparations for the 2023 AFCON. In the due time, I'll bring you the Black Stars Day 2 training session, how it went down, and everything that you have to know concerning the Black Stars preparations for the 2023 AFCON. Until then, my name is Joseph Adamafiu. It's always a pleasure coming your way with the sports update. Do subscribe, like, share, and don't forget to leave a comment. See you in the next one. I'm out.